starting quite a bit late today, but I'm still gonna get my at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Also, if the game lets us, 'cause could be could be close to the end of it. Not sure, but could be. Alright, let me just get a few things up here. Not that one. Okay. Bring that up. All right. What were my goals? Let's see. Find two other documents. Really not. Nothing else really.
A unique collection about travels and exploration. A unique collection about travels and exploration. The knowledge about sea life that Nemo treasures. It's incredible.
All right. Okay. Find Maddie. Oh yeah, I think I was going to the laboratory. Or is this my lab? No, this is my...
The Hall of Horrors. And I helped to create it.
Nah, we'll keep it running. I have no idea what it does.
Salut, Monsieur Verne. What do you fancy?
It's very dark in here.
Akos was working to fix the aluminum that powered this area, but... you know.
I wish I could have saved Akos, but I arrived too late.
A toast for Akos. May he be in a better place. I'd rather be alone. Recalling Akos has saddened me.
Can I? Oh, oh yeah, I don't have the iMac.
Yes! Yes!
Oh. There's a powerful agent, obedient, rapid, easy, which conforms to every use and reigns supreme on board my vessel. Everything is done by means of it. It lights, warms, and is the soul of my mechanical apparatus. This agent is electricity. My electricity is not everybody's. Your readers may know what seawater is composed of in 1,000 grams, or are fond of 96.5% of water, and about 2 2/3% of chloride of sodium. Then, in a smaller quantity, chlorides of magnesium and of potassium, bromide of magnesium, sulfate of magnesia, sulfate of carbonate of sulfate and carbonate of lime. You see, then that chloride of sodium forms a large part of it, so it is this sodium that I extract from the seawater, and of which I compose my ingredients. I owe all to the ocean. It produces electricity, and electricity gives heat, light, motion, and in a word, life to the Nautilus. I guess to the bridge, then.
We are underwater. I can't go outside.
That's mine. underfoot.
These pipes will not fix themselves. I can't be with you now.
I still have some stuff to do. It's not the time for a sea trek. It's me, Verne!
Sorry, Verne. We're on edge.
Don't worry about me. I understand. How are the reparations going?
It's slow. Oxy recyclers are the worst part, but Suni is on them. The most critical issue now is finding that damn traitorous rat.
And where is Suni?
Why do you ask?
I just wanted to offer my help. You don't distrust me, do you?
Right now, I distrust everybody.
I feel we are losing control of the situation.
That's because you have been lucky enough to not have lived through the harshness of war. All of us are marked with brutal scars, inside and out. But you? Go back to your quarters and let us work.
Yeesh. Just a bit harsh there.
Although recognizing it brings me chills, Nemo's mind is astonishing. The design of these suits looks like something from a fantasy.
Isn't that Maddie?
Go back to your quarters and let us work.
Okay, so go back to my quarters.
The Oxy recyclers are on deck too, but before, I must find Suni to grant me access. The doctor has put on a "Don't Disturb" sign.
This is treasure. Yeah, it's just right there. Okay. Hey, Dermot, how's it going?
Did you check the readings again?
Yes, ma'am. 3 tons. Quality of air is at its absolute minimum. I repaired the oxy-recyclers as best as I have been able, but they are still producing monoxide.
Are you sure, officer? The air feels as usual.
Ma'am, I have thoroughly created this environmental management system by myself, and I certainly know when it works and when it doesn't. That last attack has fatally wounded it.
Will it withstand to the island?
Barely. But it would be mandatory to emerge more times to recycle air.
The captain is ordered to keep surfacing to the minimum until we reach the island. Do whatever you can to keep them operational.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do my best.
Thanks. I'll be at the bridge. Keep me informed. Verne, shouldn't you be checking the capsules?
Yes, that's right.
But I'm not, so there. I'm doing alright, Dermot.
Hello, Suni. Maddie told me you were struggling with oxy-recyclers. I learnt a lot the last time I helped you. Do you need me?
No! No one but me can touch my oxy-recyclers. God, stop distracting me! Look, Verne, I appreciate your offer, but I don't need your or anyone else's help. Leave me alone, please.
Hey, Zombie. Been a while. Glad to see you on this side. Talk to Suni.
God, they're losing their minds. If I manage to sabotage the oxy-recyclers, I will slow them down. Nadine! She's the only one that can grant me access. I hope she didn't get infected by this collective madness.
She's the navigator, right? I think she was the navigator.
I can't do more.
How long will it take to get to the island?
Let me think. Navigate through an area where no instrument works properly, where you can never see the stars because of the thick fog, and where we rely on a fucking stone to keep us alive. It will be a miracle if we don't end at the sea bottom. The most sensitive thing to do would be...
There's no time. The nation is hot on our trail.
Well, I can't assure you we don't end in a submarine ditch.
That's a risk we face daily on this ship. You have your orders. Follow them. Verne? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be checking the capsules?
Yes, sure. The thing is that I need Nadine to grant me access to the...
Star Sea, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Very well, go on.
Thanks for watching my back.
You're welcome. I can't stand Adriel, walking around like she had a stick stuck up into her ass.
I'm exhausted. The milieu here is quite tense. Even Nemo seems deranged to me.
Nemo was already deranged. Look at the Nautilus. Something tells me you are chewing the fat. What do you want?
Me? Well, I need access granted to the oxy-recyclers.
You have already discovered Project H, haven't you?
Yes. Nemo must be stopped, at any cost. If we destroy the oxys, we will win time to think of a solution.
Being caught by the nation doesn't bother you?
One problem after another. Please, will you help me?
You can count on me.
Really? Seeing that you are different from the rest of the crew is a relief.
I haven't slept for months because of that dreadful Project H. Everyone else accepted it without a second thought. It's a living nightmare. I'm so glad I have finally found an allied. And even more if it's you.
Braving Nemo will not be easy. Are you ready?
I was born ready. You know I'm a curious bird, right? Well, one day I was nosing around personal files and I discovered that months before I was recruited by the Nautilus, Nemo wrecked the AES constellation, a ship crowded with civilians.
Nemo attacked innocent people?
According to him, the American Empire often uses refugees as human shields.
How horrible.
I've been witnessing captains drifting for months. Each day he gets more deranged. He always has been a passionate man, but he has turned into a monster. We must stop him for the sake of everyone, including himself.
Let's do it. Grant me access to the Oxys. I will sabotage them. That will keep them busy, and we will have our chance of taking care of the capsules. I will defuse them. Then we open the water gates and let the sea decide.
Cool. I will prepare the Ixio to run off.
That miniature exploration submarine? They will catch us in 10 minutes.
I will block the rudder to prevent them from chasing us.
See you at the Ictio dock in 30 minutes.
I have unlocked the access to the main Oxy next to the kitchen. Hurry up.
Just didn't wanna run into her again. She said the mess room. Okay. Where'd the big guy go? That's the wrong one.
If I pull the filter, that will produce a discharge that will nullify the whole recycling system. I'm glad of having paid attention to what Suni does through all these months. Though it was easy. She only talks about her job.
Suni Keon. Orphaned after the nation's invasion of Korea, this young girl grew up under her oppressive yoke. For years, she lived hidden in tunnels, which made her an expert in survival and air quality. It was easy for Nemo to convince her to join the crew of the Nautilus and fight against the nation. Since arriving on the submarine, Suni has upgraded all the ventilation and environmental management systems. She lives obsessed with air purity. Her study of algae is crucial to maintain the environmental quality the crew needs. She's rarely seen relaxing or enjoying life. She always has something to do.
I must get out of here.
Yep, we're working on it.
Verne! What the hell has happened?
I don't know. I was passing by and heard the explosion.
Goddamn traitor is going to kill us all. Did you see someone?
No.
Nadine, we must emerge. I don't care what the captain said. If we don't surface right now, we will die from asphyxiation.
Now that they are all busy, I have my chance of sabotaging the capsules. If I can overheat the circuits, they will render the capsules useless and can be safely thrown into the sea. Nadine, what are you doing here? We agreed to meet at the Ictio.
Don't you realize yet?
What?
I got you on the opto recorders while manipulating the oxys. Sorry for cheating you, but war is war.
Mon Dieu. You are the traitor. But why?
Do you remember the Constellation?
The ship crowded with refugees that Nemo wrecked?
The same. My parents and siblings were among those refugees.
How can you betray us to the nation? The nation is war!
Verne, I'm sick. I can't stand being locked in here anymore. All these years, what have been good for? We achieved nothing. Only betrayal and death. It's time to try something else. Look at France. She's way better under the nation's rule. Economy, security, technology.
At the expense of turning every human being into a slave.
Spare your speeches. The sooner the nation gets the flame, the sooner the war will end, and also the nonsensical death. Like my own family.
The captain will not believe I'm the traitor because...
Because the room is filled with opto recorders? Know what? Not a single one works due to the attack. Besides, you can ask the captain himself directly. Captain, over here.
Is that true, Mr. Verne?
No! I am not a traitor. She works for the nation.
That's preposterous.
Let me keyhole him, Capitan.
Why, Verne? Why did you do that?
Project H. I found out about it in your office at the base.
You shouldn't.
You are sick.
We live in a sick world. It's not a time of shades of gray. Project H is radical, but from its ashes, a fairer and more peaceful world will thrive.
What gives you the right to take that decision?
I'm not going to argue with you, Verne. Under normal circumstances, you would already be dead. But I need the island.
I will not help you.
Do you think I have never heard these same words before? I have methods to help you change your mind.
Captain, your presence is requested at the bridge.
Petrov, lock him in his quarters. A few days of isolation will help him to reconsider his options. And lock Nadine in the
Captain!
holding cell.
Petrov, don't listen to him. Nemo wants to... Days passed without meeting the captain. but I could hear him. The violence he displayed while playing gave me a hint of how madness was overtaking him. As we were getting closer to the flame, it was more and more obvious. There was barely anything left of the Nemo I used to know and admire. Finally, after navigating through the turbulence area, we reached Ancestors Island. I wasn't prepared at all for what I was about to meet there.
The flame of hope.
I must get out of here, and before the captain comes after me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
This is a nightmare! I must get out of here!
I need food.
I must find another way out. Again? The Valkyria has found us! Perfect. It's my way out ticket. But the iMag is inside the safe room. I must... Wait a minute. Am I having a déjà vu? Mon Dieu! Merde!
Yeah. No windows.
Merde! 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 What happened? Why am I not dead? This damn bridge again.
We already know what's at the end. We've seen it. Oh, but there's a note.
Jules, your mother and I are deeply disappointed with you. Your preposterous pretension of becoming a writer and your incessant failures are transforming the good name of Verne into a joke among respectable people. We have resolved to give you an ultimatum. If, by the end of the year, you don't have an honorable job, we will feel that we only have 4 sons, not 5. Pierre and Sophie. This letter, I have read it before. But me? A writer? Mon Dieu! Merde! Wake up. Wake up. Where am I now? What happened? The sky. Why has it that color? God. God.
Oh, but you're not gonna say who it is? Oh, fine.
What the hell is going on? Have I finally turned insane? This light. Oh, my head is killing me. But I must continue. I can't allow neither Nemo nor the Raven to take over the flame. I must stop them. But what can I do? I know. I will look for the ancestors. They will know what to do. Maybe. Nadine!
Nadine. She has an enormous natural talent for navigation and has improved all the navigation systems of the Nautilus since her arrival. Nadine is in charge of piloting the submarine, preparing navigation charts, and managing all external communications. She rarely goes down to the work areas of the Corps. She was born in the nation, but as a child she was forced to escape and take refuge in America Empire due to the persecution her parents suffered for their political and religious ideals. She joined one of Captain Nemo's rebel cells in charge of stealing and sabotaging the nation's technology. After successfully passing his demanding test, she became one of the Nautilus family. When the first pilot died in attack, Nemo did not hesitate to give her the job. Her crazy and grumpy character does not prevent her from being an excellent professional, although she has trouble following the rules. She loves sailing, the feeling of the movement and control, what fills her the most, but she is afraid of losing her youth. She wants to live and not be locked down between tons of metal. Every day that passes, she is more tired of the war and the hardship she suffers with Nemo. And now she's dead.
God. Will there be any survivor?
I don't think there's. Let me guess, Nemo.
Nemo!
Yeah.
Oh, Verne! I'm glad to see you.
What happened to you? Where are the others?
Dead. All dead, damn it.
My understanding was that good captains always sank with their ships.
My crew is dead because of me. My Nautilus wrecking. No, Verne, I haven't been a good captain at all. However, abandoning the ship was not my idea. An explosion put me down and currents dragged me here.
A part of me wants to help you. But the other wants to leave you here. Tell me, what would you do in my place? That Project H monstrosity would deserve you.
Project H. I knew it was infamous, but something inside me kept me moving forward. It was a dreadful solution, yes, but it was perfect. Almost divine. A complete purification. By all gods, Verne, you must believe me.
Only a soul sickened by fear and anger would brew something as heinous as Project H.
When I saw my wife and my daughter dying by the hands of the nation, I could do nothing to save them. They fade in my arms. I took revenge, yes. With my own hands, I cut the throat of the captain that gave the execution order. But I had never been able to get rid of the horror of my own helplessness. And now, my Nautilus, my crew, it's all destroyed.
You have opened Pandora's box, Captain. You have brought the flame to the nation's fingertips. You have sentenced mankind.
I deserve all your disdains. But let me ask you for a last favor.
The iMac.
Me and the Nautilus have enough strength to bow out in a blaze of glory. Help me to board back, and I will make sure that the Valkyrie will never take the flame away.
By yourself? Are you insane?
Maybe.
Yes, he is.
After all, I am Captain Nemo. Let me help you save the world.
Will that be enough?
Perfect. No, I can. By myself. I'm sorry that everything has come to this end. In another world, everything would have been different. Better. It has been an honor, Jules Verne.
Thanks, Captain.
Have a safe journey.
The box resisted the wreck and kept withstanding. Oh God, again. Am I hallucinating?
Verne's office. Jules Verne was born in Nantes, and his literary career took off in Paris. But he chose Amiens, his wife's hometown, to reside because, despite being close to the capital, it provided him with the required tranquility to write. I live apart from journalists and critics, and I do not leave my corner. He wrote to his brother Paul. During his first years, he settled at the number 44 Boulevard, Longueville, and then moved almost next door to number 2 Rue Charles de Bois, where he lived for 18 years and where the Jules Verne Museum is now located. A few years later, a few years before he died, he returned to the house on Boulevard Longueville, now known as Boulevard Jules Verne. It was an austere, bare room. Under the window there was a work table, and it was spectacular not to see it in its usual mess that usually covers a table of the literary. There was in the room only a single seat, nor more furniture than a low sofa, wrote the famous reporter, Nellie Bly of the American newspaper, the New York World, when she visited the author. Verne had in his office, preserved in the museum, on the desk a brown globe on which he designed the itineraries of travels of the characters of his novels, and with a set of a compass measured the distance and calculated the time they would spend in their travels. In that office, he worked in some 30 novels, writing from 5 in the morning until 11. Then he would leave to attend to his duties and get into bed around 7 in the evening to read books and magazines and take notes until midnight.
Yes! Oh no. Destruction once more. It doesn't seem anybody has lived here for centuries.
Verne, at last.
You are alive! Stop there! I won't let you or the Raven even get close to the flame.
Verne, listen to me. I'm on your side. Forget about the Raven and Nemo's plans. There's something much more important at stake.
I don't want to hear your reasons. You and Nemo are nothing but murder... But what the hell? What was that?
Your mind is collapsing.
My mind? What are you talking about? Adriel! Paris in the 20th century, written by Jules Verne? That's impossible. I would have given anything for not telling you what I am about to say. This book is very inferior to 5 weeks in a balloon. If you came to read it within a year, you would agree with me. These words, I've heard them before. To sum it all up, it's a failure. And if 1,000 men told me the opposite, I would tell them to get lost. Nobody will believe today in your prophecies, and nobody will be interested in them. It's signed by Pierre Jules Hetzel.
These are the words of your editor.
Now I remember the rejection, the pain.
I know, Verne. That same pain is the reason why you have been brought to this world. You were trapped inside your imagination.
What? But who are you?
I am yourself. But inside this very world you have created. I was called Placia a long time ago.
Impossible! What are you talking about? Is this one of Nemo's rigs? Ah! My head!
We're running out of time. You must listen to me. You are not Jules Verne, the scientist. That's not your real identity.
Shut up!
Think. Focus. You know you are not from this world. At this very same moment, you are at the bridge of Ardennes, in Paris. You are about to destroy the last book written by you. What feels like 6 months to you in your world has been nothing more than 20 seconds. Unconsciously, when you received Hetzel's rejection, you searched for shelter inside you. Who could blame you? You have such magnificent imagination that you have created a world we know as Hemera. Nevertheless, it was fear, or Phobos. That was the reason that impelled you to hide in Hemera, and you gave him full powers over your mind. He gave you a paradise that you would never want to leave. Since you arrived here, to that idyllic island after the wreck, I have been trying to leave you a trail of breadcrumbs to carefully drive you to the truth. A too straight or too early revelation could destroy your sanity. But I can't afford subtleness anymore. Phobos, through Raven, is about to get his hands on the flame. All things beautiful and extraordinary you have ever imagined will be obliterated and turned into an infinite wasteland.
That is insane. If this is a fantasy, why can't I just wake up?
Because in order to do it, you need the flame. It's a portal to your world. If Phobos takes control over it, you will be trapped here forever, in your world. You will turn insane, and you don't have much time left.
Where are we? I'm not sure I can take any more jumps.
It's one of the main conduits that directly connects with the flame. It will lead us to the Raven himself. We must finish him.
Pierre Jules Hetzel. Pierre Jules Hetzel was the only editor of Jules Verne, with whom he created the collection of the Extraordinary Voyages. He was one of his closest friends, and the writer considered himself as a spiritual father, not in vain. Hetzel was also the editor of important writers of the time, such as Balzac, Victor Hugo, and Emile Zola. In 1862, in his office at Rue Jacob in Paris, he received Verne's first novel, 5 Weeks in a Balloon. Very interested in children and young audience, Hetzel was capable of seeing Verne's enormous talent, not only for adventure, but also for the popularization of science, since knowledge was the main weapon of his protagonist. Thus, in January 1863, he published the novel with great success, starting Verne's famous adventure saga. However, in 1864, he rejected the publications of the new novel of promising Verne. Paris in the 20th century, considering it too pessimistic. Through a letter to its author, he expresses his rejection and speaks of poor quality of the story and its lack of interest. The editor knows his audience very well and believes that this novel is too serious and tragic. The rejection is a very hard blow for Verne, but there is no doubt that he takes a good note of his editor's advice, since from that moment on, his work adopts a more optimistic and enthusiastic attitude towards the future, which undoubtedly contributing to making him the celebrity he is today.
Let's go inside.
From this point, let's keep silence. Our voices may echo through the whole pipeline network.
Ancestors. After the great cataclysm that devastated Atlantis due to the fatal breakdown in its complex energy system that was powered by the flame of asbestos, the few survivors decided that the flame was too dangerous and had to be kept away from humans to avoid their annihilation. After destroying every last trace of the flame of asbestos system, they left the wretched ruins of Atlantis and settled on an island where the flame of Vestas had its cradle, unreachable by the rest of humanity without the help of the compass of destiny. The Guard of the Ancestors was created under the command of two primordials in order to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. In time, the Atlantis isolation prior to its destruction with the intent of keeping the flame out of the reach of foreigners and the Atlanteans found the Atlanteans manufactured only a few compasses. When the hecatomb devastated the island, almost all of them were destroyed. Only one was saved from destruction, and it was the one that allowed the survivors to reach the island. Once there, it was given to Angelus, a Greco-Atlantean family of sailors who, from then on, became their only connection to the outside world and the first guardians of their secret. That delicate balance, the ancestors' only mean of survival, was shattered 2 centuries later in the Strait of Messina. When a violent storm sank the Scylla of Angelus' ship, dragging the last compass of destiny into the depths of the sea.
Strange inscription.
Ancestors 1, my name is Allura. My people are the ancestors descendant of the last Atlanteans. I want to put on record, albeit in this way, the horror we live in. We've had no contact with the outside world for 100 years. Our predecessors surrounded the island with some kind of magic, which turns the sea into a death trap for any vessel leaving or approaching. The only compass that could guide them safely was taken from us by a storm. We are locked in. Very few fish come close to the shore. Wells have dried up, and there is hardly any food. Famine, war, and disease are raging. They're all the rage.
I still have some stuff to do. Merde! There's something I can't get out of my mind. If this is an imaginary world, everything I have been living through is a lie?
Somehow, this world could be as real as yours. You have a rich imagination.
I don't understand how I could have ever created a monster like the Nation.
We are a reflection of your world, also of its shadows.
What were you doing with Nemo and his crew of fanatics? Did he know your true nature?
No, I am what you would call a muse. Years ago, I met young Nemo. I saw his potential and started telling him about Atlantis and everything the sea could offer.
So, if you are a muse, did you inspire him to create Project H?
No, my brother is also a muse. Anyone who's afraid or is consumed by anger is likely to be influenced by him. I inspired him to create the Nautilus. When I found out that he made it real, I joined him, since it was my chance of releasing the flame.
Release the flame? What for?
To weaken Phobos, after so many disappointments and fear. My sibling has achieved a great deal of power over Hemera. He also wants it to subdue us all, yourself included.
And why didn't you take the flame by yourself in the first place?
Without the compass and Nemo's technology, for years the flame has been out of reach for everyone.
What's your story? What did I imagine for you?
My nature is to inspire mankind to generate progress and changes in the world. But with the passage of centuries, I learnt it was better to go unnoticed.
What do you mean?
In the 14th century, a sultan found out about me and kept me locked inside a tower for 10 years, bearing in mind that I would inspire his armies to create new ways of defeating his enemies.
And did you?
No. It took a great effort for me, but I averted it for 10 years. Each night I used to tell him a story so interesting that it kept him up all night. So the next morning he wasn't in the mood for work. After 10 years, I put an end to the war.
So, you made him dream to forget.
That's what we dream for, don't we?
How did you allow Nemo to carry on with the crimes he has committed?
I have struggled for years to keep him away from Phobos' influence, but as my brother gained power, I was losing the captain. All these years, I have repressed so many tears. I must learn to live with those ghosts. Let's keep silent. We're getting closer.
Why are you stopping? Master, the cave is almost collapsing. Will you let a bunch of rocks dishonor you? Huh? No, Master. Never. Faster! Get rid of this debris!
These must be them.
I believe they are at the pipe below.
Both of us will make too much noise. Wait here.
Phobos must be with him. Be careful. If you die in this world, you will never return to yours.
I will keep it in mind. Be careful, too, even if you are a goddess.
Stopped by a pole.
What's this place?
Verne and volcanoes. Jules Verne had a great passion and for perhaps a small obsession with volcanoes, as he used them in many of his major works. For the writer, they were an open door to mystery and adventure, to the discovery of their very origin of the Earth, guarded by an unstoppable force, capable of provoking terror and admiration in equal measure. His most famous volcano is in the one in the journey to the center of the Earth of the in 1864 Snæfellsjökull, located in western Iceland, and which in the novel is the gateway to a fantastic subterranean world. The volcano in Lincoln Island in his novel, The Mysterious Island 1874, plays an important role in the plot as it hides a cave that holds a great secret. The novel Volcano 1906 was published after his death and finished by his son Machal. The story takes place around a gold mine that coincidentally is located in the crater of a volcano. In 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, we find several references to volcanoes, such as Nemo's secret base, built inside a submerged volcano crater.
Inside a dormant volcano in the middle of the ocean. Wonderful.
To whoever discovers this. The war between the ancestors of the coast and the ancestors of the mountain lit that we have been suffering for 2 years came to an end yesterday. Admez and his mountain followers defeated Xander's men. There was a terrible slaughter. Admez is no longer lord of the island. We fear for our lives. He is a violent, vengeful man. Their stupid wars have spoiled this year's harvest. I do not know what will happen. I fear for our future.
die.
Or just move me there. Okay.
Freeze!
Stones fell violently from the highest part of the tunnel, warning the guards.
What's that?
Everything's over, damn raven!
Verne! Monsieur Verne, at last! Brothers, lower your guns!
If you are trying to look kind to me, I don't think it will work.
I would never use flattery with you. It would be an insult to your wit. I want to share with you my vision of a better new world.
I'm not interested in your delusions of grandeur.
You're blinded by the present, Verne. Forget about now. Think about the future. You and I. We are special, superior. United under the power of the artifact, we can rebuild the world. No more nation, no more empires, no more wars. It's the same you dream with, isn't it?
I doubt that the world you dream of resembles mine. You are a monster.
You disappoint me. With or without you, I will find the way to make the IMAG work. We will have fun in the torture chamber. Take him! I got you, filthy terrorist.
I wasn't ready for that.
Now the Nautilus is yours forever. Enjoy it.
Bloody Raven, raised in a family associated with power since the time of the old Prussian kingdom, Etzel learned early on to hate the hypocrisy and plots that define politics and the day-to-day life of the elites in the city. Fleeing the decadent and unhealthy environment, he enlisted in the army at a very young age to fight on the front line. Having fought in the Asian War of the 30s, he made rapid progress through his victories, his strategic talent, and the loyalty he earned from his men. He inaugurated his position as commander by founding the elite Echo Guards Corps, and in his desire to become the terror of his enemies. He had a suit of armor made for him that resembled a raven. From that moment, he took the nickname Bloody Raven. When he was assigned to the campaign against the Golden Empire of Africa, he was appointed the Warden of Terror in Mine Prison, making it his base of operations and source of income. When Nemo and his companions arrived laden with chains, the Raven rejoiced at having the honor to being in charge of torturing and breaking the very famous Captain Nemo. However, he underestimated the man, and it cost him dearly. In one of his torture sessions, Nemo managed to cut his face with a piece of metal hidden in his sleeve, completely disfiguring him. He had a mask forged that from that moment on, he would never take off in public. Before he could execute Nemo, he and his companions escaped, destroying the mine prison in the process. That became Bloody Raven's greatest and deepest shame. Captain became his obsession, driving him to the point of abandoning the African front with his Echo Guard in order to hunt him down. The chase halfway around the world gradually revealed to him the technology wonders hidden in the Nautilus, and something that changed everything: the existence of the flame of asbestos. Etzel realized that stopping the captain would not only open the door to all the inventions created by his brilliant mind, but would also give him access to an infinite source of energy, an unrivaled power to destroy all his enemies and those hypocritical politicians who rule the nation. Etzel is a supremacist. He seeks to exterminate all his enemies whom he considers inferior. He does not seek peace, he seeks domination. He considers himself a great hero and the herald of the god of war. Hey, Allison, how's it going?
Mon Dieu.
Okay, thank you. Open the door of flames to Festus.
Jules, did you find him? Are you all right?
Yes. The Raven is not our worry anymore.
And Phobos?
Not a sign. Can I use the iMag to open this?
I'm afraid that this time it won't be that easy. Luckily, we have this. Concentrated blue blood from the Nautilus.
I need something that can help me.
As soon as it has come into contact, the blue blood has activated. Use the controls. Blue blood is only supplying a small portion of energy. You will have to solve it as fast as you can.
Jeez. Change every time? No, it's the same every time. Okay.
Let's go inside.
Well, that was a bit of an accidental solve, but I was kind of getting it.
Absolutely marvelous.
The Flame of Hephaestus. In the year 6500 BC, a group of Atlantean explorers landed on a remote island. There they found an extinct volcano, and inside, something that would change the destiny of their people forever. An immense floating ball of light. They christened it the Flame of Hephaestus. Atlantis experts believe that the flame was an accumulation of gases contained in the structure of the volcano, which then, when traversed by a flow of electrons, produce discharges of electricity that generate light and a very powerful energy. The Atlanteans exploited this discovery immediately. In barely more than 10 years, the flame was feeding the whole of Atlantis through a network of conduits, and a golden age began. Her technology was unparalleled, and trade flourished in an unimaginable way. Her prosperity attracted people from all over the world. However, among the Atlanteans, there were those who believed that the foreigners could steal the flame from them, and they became more and more hostile towards them. Fear dominated them. They transformed their city into an impregnable castle and subjected to slavery those who they considered unworthy of being Atlantean citizens. They squandered almost all their wealth on erecting an underwater barrier around the island of the Flame of Hephaestus, designed to alter the climate and currents to make it unreachable. Over time, they relegated the maintenance of the huge network and distributed the flame to the most miserable slaves. With this state of affairs, a small accident could trigger a tragedy, and that's what happened. When a soldier crashed a slave into a fragile pipe, a leak caused a spark, and then each and every flame-powered machine exploded at the same time in the blink of an eye. Atlantis was wiped off the map. The few survivors abandoned her ruin, and exile themselves on the island of the flame of Hephaestus to keep it out of reach of mankind. At the moment, the ancestors' guard was born. Unleash the flame.
Hello, little sister. Thanks for opening that door for me.
Phobos, Verne, activate.
Excuse me for using this ruse with you, but I need you to listen to me, Verne.
What the? You are the shadow on the bridge.
Placia, you must accept your defeat and stop confusing Verne with Liberty Dreams out of his reach. She didn't show you the whole picture. I am the fear that inhabits inside your mind, yes, but I don't want its destruction. The only reason of my existence is protecting us from pain. How is it that you still don't understand that you'll be happier with me, here, than on the outside, in a world that doesn't love nor understand you?
Don't listen to him. He wants to corrupt your imagination.
That's untrue. I just want the best for him. You came to this world looking for protection from reality, fleeing from failure and shame, because you knew that here you would find everything you always craved for. Adventures, mysteries, extraordinary journeys. Why do you want to return to your world? Here, you can be happy forever. I can do it, and I just need one thing to achieve it. Destroy the IMAG.
What?
Quit your impossible writer dreams. Destroy the IMAG. Give me the control of your world, and you will never feel pain or rejection again.
No, I don't want to hide. Now that I've seen what I can create, I want to show it to the world, at all costs.
Grr, that is delusional. I can't allow you to suffer. I don't want more pain. We must protect ourselves. If you don't want an eternal paradise, I will drown you in a grayish terror that will make you want to keep your head inside a hole in the ground. You will live the rest of your days working as an accountant for the nation's factories. Don't try to resist. You are just a sad scribbler with a head filled with preposterous predictions.
Yes, that is what I am. What I always wanted to be. Better than a coward who hides from himself.
All right. The hard way, then. I will turn the flame of Hephaestus with my imagination. I will write the end to this story of yours, of the IMAG, Placia, and the Nautilus. The nation will prevail forever inside your mind. Verne, I hope you like smoke and ashes.
His control has faded. We're free.
Why don't you open? If my predictions seem preposterous to you, don't read my books.
I'm glad that despite your criticism, you recalled my theories regarding Atlantean mythology.
That thing you came out with about sand and rust was catchy. I made the guess that if the IMAG is my creative imagination catalyst, when coming into contact with destructive imagination, it should annul it. Luckily enough, it worked. Has Phobos disappeared forever?
Not quite. Fear is terrible, but sometimes it's necessary. What has vanished is Phobos's control over your mind. You're finally free from him. Thanks, Jules, for saving us.
I wish I could stay. May I see you again?
We are inside you. Always will be. We are the shape of fantasy. It's time to go back home.
Hiding from reality only nurtures fear, and our only chance to defeat it is our hope, the ability to imagine a better world. I had to take note of all these events before they were lost and deformed by the treacherous currents of my memory. And here I am, back into my world, the real world.
Or is he? After Jules Verne was hit harshly by the rejection in 1860, his dark novel Paris in the 20th Century, the author recovered and during the following years wrote a series of stories full of imagination and optimism that forever changed literature and have served as inspiration to all humanity. There's more?
This letter. It must be important. Verne, we need your help at Hemmer. The Nautilus is plowing through waters again. And Cedric has finally found a vaccine that we must deliver to the whole world. Signed, E. Oh my God! But how?
Dum dum dum. Alright. Well, that is Shape of Fantasy Verne. Thank you all for joining in on this journey. I felt it was an interesting game. This main plot line was you kind of saw what was happening, but you didn't know why. So it was predictable in some places, not predictable in others. The puzzles were all pretty simple. They weren't really difficult. But it was a pretty good conveying of the story. Anyhow, I'll have to find a new game for next Monday. Catch you all in the next campfire.